The governor of our state, Joe Lombardo, says that there's unfinished business that they need to get to, and that is why he's called a special session. So our state lawmakers will get together today up in Carson City starting by 10 o'clock this morning. But right now at 6:14, we are talking about the big topics they're going to tackle, and we're doing so with the help of the Nevada Independent's Tabitha Mueller. Tabitha, this is your beat. Thank you so much for being here. Out of the gate, I would like to talk about the film tax credits because you have very vocal critics and very vocal, people who are for this, advocates for it. Let's talk about what you expect to happen today up in Carson City with that topic in particular.
Well, I think that what we're waiting on right now is official bill language, right? We've heard talk about what the bill was in the 2025 session. Now, what we need to know is what is the proposal on the table that lawmakers supporting this are bringing, and how are they going to convince lawmakers who are maybe on the fence about the proposal, or lawmakers who are saying, this is not how I want to spend our state's money.
You have Democrats and Republicans split on this one. And it's interesting. We had a chance to talk during the commercial break that a lot of the emails that I'm receiving on this, as far as the critics, they're saying that let's use that money for education, but they're not getting specific as to how. And you're hearing the same?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that one of the things we need to understand about this proposal at the kind of high level is they're talking about $120 million a year for transferable tax credits. What that means is we set that money aside. That money can then be applied for, if you meet certain criteria, if you meet the certain investments, and then going forward, the film studios or whomever can kind of use those to offset their tax burden. And what we're kind of hearing from folks is that that money could potentially be used for other purposes, right? It could be used to fund better education in Nevada. It could be used to fund roads. So what kind of opponents are saying is that why are we setting aside this money when we could be giving it to another cause or another venture that we think is equally or more important?
One thing I think will get through, because it has the support of Democrats and Republicans, is enhancing crime penalties for people who are repeat, say, DUI offenders. We've had so many cases here locally of children being killed, some of them in marked crosswalks in front of their schools. I know this is important to the governor. Do you think he'll get it over the finish line?
I think so. I mean, we've talked a lot about school safety. I don't know what the contours of that look like yet. We've got to wait for conversations, but I definitely think that everyone's kind of on board to say something has to be done about school zone safety. Now, I think there's also questions about how far do you go with the governor's crime bill in particular. That measure died sort of last minute, and it was in the chaotic ending of the regular legislative session. And so we'll have to see kind of what lawmakers are willing to say yes to in terms of maybe increased penalties or no to. I know that opponents have really said, look, if you're increasing your penalties, that is more strain on our criminal justice system, more strain on our prison system that is already facing some issues.
And Tabitha, before we let you go, what is the timetable for this special session? Do we know how long they could go?
I wish I had a crystal ball and I could tell you exactly how long we would go. My mom wants me home for Thanksgiving, so we'll see. But I think what we do know is that the Oakland A's last about 8 days, right? That was a special session in 2023. That was one item on the agenda. We have a number of items on this agenda. The max length that they could go to is about 20 days. So sometime between now and 19 days from now is my guess.
Well, we thank you for your service, and everyone should read Tabitha's piece in the Nevada Independent concerning this special session. It is a wealth of knowledge. We thank you, Tabitha, and please continue to check in with us if you don't mind, because we know that this is your beat and what you're covering closely. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.